All right. Adele's been rolling in the black, rolling the deep. So let's talk about her. What's going on with Adele? She opens up about her relationship. Yeah.
First off, I'm happy for Adele. You know, I love Adele. I think Adele's a great singer. She's a great performer. And, you know, she's been with her husband. They've been together for like 9 years. They divorced in 2019. And she said that she wanted her son to see her really happy and really be in love. I mean, how many times you come across people that's married that are just staying together for the kids, i.e. Willie and Shauna. Okay, that was last episode, whatever. But anyway, no shade. But Adele, there's been so many reports about Adele's new boyfriend, who is Rich Paul, who's a sports agent. And Dan, you said he was signed with LeBron, right? He manages LeBron James, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this is like really big for Adele, and she's had nothing but compliments to say about this black fella. Okay. How do y'all feel about this relationship with them?
I mean, I think it's dope. I mean, I don't know if y'all seen the TikTok trend that they was like, why can't you just wait for me? And, you know, they show you in the one phase and then the next phase. So Adele done snap back. I know her old boo sitting there like, oh, shit, all I had to do was wait a little bit.
Right. The glow up came up quick. Her glow up came up quick. And she looks great. She looks fantastic. They are taking over at the Lakers game. I don't know, T, if you saw them over there.
I mean, you would expect him to be at the Lakers game, though. He's LeBron's manager. So, of course, that's what he was going to pop out. But he was at her side at her recent concert that she has coming out on CBS this Sunday. So, you know, that they did at the, what is the place called in?
The Observatory or something.
Oh yeah, the Observatory in LA. So you know I bet he gonna elevate her life because all the deals he's made for LeBron.
Elevate her life.
Yeah.
So hold on. How I feel about this is that bro is a rebound.
No,
he's a rebound.
Yeah, he's a rebound.
Diamond's a rebound.
Yes. Do you see Adele is the biggest singer to date that we have right now.
Yeah,
she picked this guy,
and he's one of the most
Nobody ever heard of
self-made managers. Like, look at the clients that he has on his roster, and he had no sports.
Nobody knows anything about Rich Paul. Nobody know anything. He hasn't had any type of publicity, anything like that until he got with Adele. That's when we started hearing about this guy.
You say she should be matched with somebody that makes it? Well, go ahead, Brittany.
No, I feel like as a sports manager, you don't necessarily need to be in the publicity, and
right.
She
probably prefer that
because you're not in the headlines. I feel like obviously from a famous standpoint, she blows him out the water. You know what I mean? But I feel like she needs somebody where if you're not looking for a celebrity, that person behind.
I don't think he's a rebounder.
Listen, she just gave up how much of her money?
That's what I'm saying. So she was worth 177 million. She's still dating down now. 177 million. And Rich Paul is worth 125 million.
Yeah, nobody knows who he was.
But Rich Paul is worth 125 million. They might not have known.
I don't think her husband was worth that. Right.
Yeah, her husband had no idea.
That's what I'm saying. She latching on to him because he rich.
But I mean,
she's gonna get her money back, trust off because she's got talent. So
once again, there's so many different guys in Hollywood that she can pick right now. I'm just like, you pick Rich Paul out of all the guys.
But maybe she didn't want somebody that was in front of the camera. Maybe she didn't want, because you gotta think about it. Her last husband wasn't nobody, so maybe she's okay with that. But she still needs somebody with some money. She still needs somebody that's used to being around famous people without being famous themselves.
Yeah. And I don't think he was a rebound, because I guarantee you, if you go back and if they ever tell the story, I guarantee you he reached out first.
I'm sure he did.
And I guarantee you they got together and they meshed and just things worked out, because obviously she just made this announcement and they said they've been dating way longer than this.
When did she get divorced? Last year, right?
2019. And
that's
her husband is worth $2 million.
It's been 2 years almost.
He's worth $2 million, so he's not bagging like that.
That's it.
Who's worth $2 million?
When I think of Adele,
her ex-husband.
Her first husband.
when I think of Adele, I think of like men like Will Smith, like something like that.
Wow.
On that level. And Will is about to be single, so that could have worked out. You know what I mean?
No.
Why you say that though? Adele with Will Smith?
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, you can see that.
The level of like, celebrity.
She's not on no Will Smith level.
Yeah, I couldn't see that.
She ain't way up there.
I couldn't see that.
Adele is probably equal or more famous than Will Smith.
But I feel like that's a double standard though, because look at these athletes. They be dating down. These women don't be having nowhere near the caliber that they be having. So now that she done got somebody that's kind of on her level, we calling him a rebound?
You think that, you think Rich Paul, excuse me, I almost fucked up this guy's name. Rich Paul is on the same level as Adele? That's
they're in two different industries. She's a singer. If he was a singer, then maybe I could see it. But he has created $100 million plus. That's how much he's worth, just off of the strength of being able to build that.
The strength of LeBron James, yes.
Not just LeBron James. He has plenty of other clients that are on his roster.
Yeah.
But she's happy though. Like she's happy. Like I don't even think it even matters what the status. Like as long as she's happy, she's thriving. She got that 4th album 30 coming out. Like she's doing big things. Like I'm happy for her.
I think they're good together. Year. They're not gonna have a family. They're not gonna get married. They're not gonna have a kid. It's just not gonna happen. It's just something that's new.
Why we always be trying to project? They just dating. Let them date. Right?
Yeah. It's just not gonna happen. It's just something to put out there for TMZ and for Say It in 4. Let's move. Forward
before you move on, I just want to know, because you said that Rich Paul only made it there because of LeBron.
Correct.
But he actually made more money because Draymond Green, Ben Simmons, Zach LaVine, and Lonzo Ball are his clients.
Anthony Davis, I think too, right?
Yeah. So as a manager, you don't get but about 3 to 6% of your client's salary anyway.
But what are you saying to me?
So I'm saying that
you just told me you told me his roster, but what I'm telling you is that the only reason why he's there is because of LeBron.
Yeah, well, but it's because of what he did for LeBron James, not just because.
No, he didn't do anything. Like he just
he was
homeboy went back to school. He got his degree, stuff like that, and LeBron felt comfortable saying, "Yo, I'm gonna keep this in the family." The same exact way I work with Nell, I work with Britt. If I get 100 mil, I'm keeping in the family between them.
Okay.
I need them to control my stuff. So that's what LeBron did.
Right.
Y'all gonna be on my side now, right? Y'all agree with that, right?
You don't know the deal. He still like made deals for him and got him.
He put him in those rooms. He had to put. I know LeBron James' name is synonymous just to be big.
It's the highest player. It's the Michael Jordan of our time. So of course, the little Ben Simmons, the little Anthony Davises, they're gonna be like, oh shit, let me go over here. Oh, let me go over here.
LeBron, yeah, that's valid too.
I mean, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you make it. You need somebody powerful, so then everybody else will follow suit. So
but even look at the roster of other agents. Other agents came from agencies. This man came off the street, had no idea what he was doing, and made it to this level. No matter if you're working with LeBron James or not, you still got to have that work ethic and drive of your own. Because if he hadn't handled LeBron James correctly, his ass would have been kicked to the curb.
He might be the Adele of the sports management industry. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
He's not Adele, but he's the Adele of the sports.
But he's the Adele. Okay.
I'm with you on that.
He's not with it.
I'm not with it, but all I do know is that homeboy need a brush. That's what he needs. A brush for that. So hopefully Adele could bring that from the UK because I know they got brushes out there for him. All right, so let's go. Let's do Travis Scott.
Woo.
Travis Scott. Netta.
Dang, man, Travis going through it. Well, he's being sued over the Astroworld tragedy, man. Like, what's the count now? Like 9 people?
Girl.
Died?
9 people died. Yeah, 9 people, 46 lawsuits.
Over 200 lawsuits. Yeah.
Crazy, over 200 lawsuits.
Over 200 now. Over 200 lawsuits.
How is that fair?
First off, Travis Scott, he's the founder of Astroworld. He founded Astroworld, and they said a lot of people are suing him, Travis Scott, Drake, and they're suing Live Nation.
Live Nation.
Now, they said that Travis Scott was also supervising this event as well. He was also like supervising, And some of the Houston police representative, I know the chief, had talked to him prior to him doing the show that he was feeling very skeptical about the crowd control, because I guess there was a lot of rumors of like people wanting to bum rush and, come into, his concert. And look what happened in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, but look what happened in
Travis Scott, he is, he promotes that type of behavior at his concerts. If you look at any of his past concerts,
right,
he starts the riots. He will just egg it on. He done told people to jump dudes who was taking his shoe. He spit on a dude, so
that's crazy.
Definitely, when you come to a Travis Scott concert, like you gotta kind of know, you don't expect it to
what
be
you
like
get into.
But you gotta kind of know what you get into. You're not just going to Coachella or anything like that. Astroworld is a whole different event. So it's like, it's unfortunate. Now, is he solely responsible? No, it's collectively. Everybody is
absolutely
responsible. From the top to the bottom.
Well, I like how his spokesperson came out though and said that everybody's trying to blame Travis for not stopping the concert, but per the contract that they had signed with Live Nation, there was only 2 people that could stop the concert, and that's the executive producer and the concert producer. So even if they wanted him to stop it, I understand he could stop it, but you know how contracts are. If he had stopped the show and people would have sued Live Nation saying, well, he didn't even have the authority to stop the show.
Yeah, but Daniel, do you think it should have been started from the beginning? Because when they was supposed to be doing COVID checks, they was already bum rushing people right then and there. Like, why couldn't they stop? I would have, honestly, if that was me, if I was in that position, I would have been like, nah, we're not even starting no concerts. So everybody go back and we got to do tests one by one. Or where was the enforcement? And I know, like, a lot of times police might be uncomfortable because there was more people than the police. So what are they gonna do? The guy's like, yo, stop. You not stopping.
Well, I think it's just hilarious too how it's come out to like the people that got hired. Like that one kid said he was hired through text message.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
Like he was like, I never did any training. This was my first concert, my first event, and they hired me through text message.
Yeah.
And not only that, like the crowd, the amount of tickets they sold, 50,000 people, that's too many. That's too much.
It's too much. Absolutely. There's too many people.
He should have broke it up in different shows or whatever. I get his passion. He want to like bring joy and entertain people in these times and all of that, but he should have did it still in a safe way over a period of days.
Yeah. But how do you have crowd control and safety with 50,000 people? It's like nearly impossible.
You can't. But I'm with Chanel though. Once the bum rushing happened, he should have, as an artist, said, "Look, guys, unless y'all gonna get under control, I'm not performing tonight."
I'm not
right. I'm not performing like that.
I would have rather fought that one contract that I had with Live Nation and go to the court for that versus go to court with 200 lawsuits.
200 lawsuits. Yeah. Come on.
I would have rather fought that, and you cannot make me believe like yes,
exactly.
Contract. He had the authority to stop and say, "Hey, look, what we not gonna do is all this." This. You know what I mean? Like,
he could have just been vocal at that point. But I heard there was even times where people came to him and said, "Hey, you need to stop this," and he was like, "No."
And when you look at the sea of people, right, when you saw the pictures from coming up and you looked at the sea of people, and I think about people that were behind in the back, I could see how they could suffocate. I could see how if, all those people are bum rushing forward, you could easily get trampled. And that was scary. I never would have thought in a million years in 2021.
Have any of y'all ever been to a Rolling Loud?
No.
So I've been to Rolling Loud, and when J. Cole had just released his album, me and my brother was like, "Oh, we're gonna get as close as we can." J. Cole did that first song, and we was like, "We out of here," because people have no respect for your space. Like I'm all pressed up against some dude I don't even know, and I'm like, "Hey, my bad,
that is
bro."
So true.
And so we was like, "Yeah, let's get out of here," because and Travis does the mosh pits. He believes in people.
That's true.
He should have known then. I can't do a heavy crowd because this is what my fans like to do.
It's crazy.
I think somebody passed away, and little boy is like 7 or 8 years old or something like that.
9-year-old boy. Yeah, but I don't think he passed. I think he's still.
He's in coma, right? He's still like in a coma.
But his dad took him and he fell off his dad's shoulders while they were trying to get away.
Yeah, his dad tripped and he fell off his dad's shoulder.
I don't know if he should have been there though.
That part.
I don't know if he should have been there. I would not bring my child.
No, he should
have. But had he, I'm guaranteeing too, his dad probably bum rushed because he wouldn't have been able to get through. security because that was an 18 and up event.
But they said there wasn't they didn't have any age reference on the ticket or whatever.
Gotcha.
So people, that's what I'm, because I honestly,
14-year-old girl died.
Well, Tina, right. I mean, just recently, the 22-year-old girl, because she went to Texas A&M, Barty Shahani, like she was in the coma, and then she finally passed away. And I'm just like, well, not say the finally, but like she passed. And I'm like, it's so,
you said it like you've
it's
been waiting
heartbreaking
for it.
because who thinks like that? Like, I'm excited to go to a concert.
She said it like she had money on it, like she was betting on the side about it. But
yeah, but it's just tragic.
Nobody. It's a heartbreaking situation, and I love to go to concerts. I mean, we go back from Cheney. We had a lot of concerts at school. I enjoy it. I enjoy the atmosphere and the energy, and like nobody expects like, yo, this is my last day being on Earth. You know,
it's just different now because you've got all these artists like Tiana Taylor just did it. Another, I forgot the other singer.
Everybody's afraid.
So now everybody's watching the front. And they're like, hey, hold on. She don't like she can breathe.
Are you all right?
They're just doing it for the cameras, though.
I know.
They're doing it for the cameras.
So that's what I'm saying. So now everybody taking these golden opportunities so now they can look good.
I mean, but Daniel, do you want to have a 200 lawsuits on your name?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That'd be
I'd
the
rather
first
do
thing
that
I
and
do.
not have it.
Right. So I want to stay dark because Travis Scott is dark. So let's stay dark. Let's go over to Kyle Rittenhouse. That's very dark, right?
I love
That's
it.
way
I love
too
the
dark.
segue. That was
way too dark.
right
Yeah, you like that? I've been working on that.
That was sinister. I love it.
I do this shit for real. All right. So Daniel, talk to me about this boy, this guy, Rittenhouse.
Well, you know, Kyle Rittenhouse is on trial right now for shooting the people during the protest in Kenosha. And so he gave his testimony. And of course, he gave the actor's performance that I'm sure his attorneys told him to do. And he started crying. And I mean, I've seen a better acting performance in a Tyler Perry movie than I have.
Right.
Wow.
But so LeBron James, of course, mocked him. And people are going now at LeBron. Out of all the people that mocked this guy,
right,
LeBron did it, and people are going at LeBron saying that he shouldn't have done it and it's insensitive. But I'm like, this dude killed people, and now he's trying to say he was defending himself. And then you want to cry now.
Deal.
You didn't cry when you was at the bar a couple weeks ago with your mom with a free world or whatever shirt on while you drinking, and you underage at that. You didn't have no
right,
and you
walking.
17, right?
Yeah, so he's 17 and he had to go to a bar where his mom can give it. It's like in Tennessee where you can give consent or something like that, and she can give consent. Like, okay, but still, but y'all mad at LeBron for marking him when this kid don't care?
Right.
But
not
not
worrying about the wrong stuff.
Listen, LeBron's fans are behind him because Janelle Evans, one of the girls from 16 and Pregnant, she came for LeBron and say how, he's a minor and we need to be respectful, and how would you feel it if that was your kids? People were not so happy that she came for LeBron to the point where they called for her clothing line to be canceled. She just recently clothing line.
Yeah.
And it is now being pulled from the shelves. She's now on the street crying because she's now part of canceled.
So mind your business, shorty.
LeBron is not the one.
Right, mind your business. I don't feel bad for that neither. That's what you get.
There's two fan groups I will not mess with.
Business.
I will not mess with LeBron's fan group, and I don't say nothing about Beyonce.
Yeah,
he has.
Wait, in that order.
Who else? Cardi's.
Now Cardi's go hard.
No, Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. No, Nicki Minaj over Cardi. Facts.
Yeah. So I've learned my lesson. So at this point, it's more or less like, are we really mad that LeBron mocked this kid? Or, have y'all been watching the trial?
Yeah.
I can't deal with the trial. I can't even.
The judge was up there. The judge was
with the phone, right?
Coaching them.
Reading. He was reading while they was doing testimony.
This judge has been from the things that
I'm like, this judge ain't taking this serious.
He has 0 Fs. Zero Fs.
He's been very kind of disrespectful.
So you can tell that the powers to be are doing everything they can to get this kid off. This kid, the jury, they struck what? I think it was 9 of the 7 of the 9 Black people that was even eligible to be on the jury got struck down.
Crazy.
So
it's so blatant. It's just crazy.
But protecting him for what? What's the whole motive with all this?
I guarantee
Black
you.
Lives, because they feel like, you know, the whole Black Lives thing. That's why. Yep.
Yeah, but the first thing is he drove across state lines with his parents' weapons at that. And
Right.
16. What was you doing with a gun? You can't even legally hold a gun. Then he was arrested peacefully.
Of course.
Facts. As he was walking with the cops with guns.
Exactly.
Come on.
I think so.
Man.
So, all right, let's close up. Do you guys think that this dude is going to be found guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
He
Not
gonna,
guilty.
he gonna get off.
Wow.
Gonna get off. After
That
watching
jury will shock me.
the part that I saw of the trial, nah, he gonna get off.
Yeah.
That jury will shock me if they say he was guilty.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's America.
But you see, this is the faith that, you know, 5 Black people have in our justice system. Let's feel like, you know, he'll get off. So
Yeah, he gonna get off.
Might feel
If it had
pressure.
been
I don't
me-
know.
If it had been me, they'd already put me on life sentence.
Yep.
that would have been a quick trial.
Yeah, I wouldn't even
Right.
got a trial. They'd be
Yeah,
like,
like, if you got one.
Speedy trial.
Don't even.
You are entitled to a speedy trial.
hey, you out of here. You out of here, buddy.
We're not gonna even talk. He's locked. Throw away the key. Take him to jail.
Yeah. All right. Well, and if I was Alec Baldwin, I'll be in prison too right now, right?
Are we bringing it?
I want to bring that back up.
T, you still hurt, huh?
I'm still hurt from 2 weeks ago. Somebody else just got hurt too, by the way.
Yeah, well, he
Oh,
got
another
bit by a
report from that.
spider.
Yeah.
He got bit by a spider. That ain't nothing.
In comparison to a girl getting killed.
Yeah, like he
Fair enough.
now another accident
mean,
has happened on set. Shit, I could get bit by a spider at my damn house. Chill out.
All right. Well, we're done for today.